What is going on, everybody? It's Josh.
And Josh.
It's Lane.
Hey, Alex.
And we are here to talk about episodes 5 and 6 of House of the Dragon. Basically, the key plot points of the episode is going to be crazy. We got to get into it. Before we get into it, you guys know this video is sponsored by Josh and Josh. Go give us a follow on Instagram. Also, go listen to our full music discography at JoshandJosh.bandcamp.com. Leave us a like on this video. Subscribe to our channel for more reactions and reviews. And man, let's get straight into it. So, starting off this episode heavy is the guerrilla warfare in the Riverlands. So what happened was Sir Christian Cole and Gawain Hightower employed destructive tactics to delay Oscar Tully and the Rivermen, or aka the North Riverland on Team Rhaenyra's side. They want to delay them and keep them on their toes, and it was really interesting to see that because with that, Lord Piper's assassination takes place, and Christian Cole dishonorably stabs Lord Peter Piper in the back, highlighting Cole's grim descent. You know, he's no longer high and loyal, he's really down in the trenches, muddy, willing to do anything to try to get that satisfaction of any way that he can. But brutal, crazy way to open it up, but sets the tone for the episode for sure.
Yes. And then next, Gawain and Cole's rift. Gawain realizes their goals have diverged as Cole leans into a fatalistic march of destruction. And it's really sad because Gawain doesn't really get that. He was like, oh yeah, we're doing whatever to kill the enemies, but he doesn't truly understand that Cole doesn't care about his life because Cole has lost his honor from both sides of from the black and the green. So all he has left is this fight. So he understands he must fight to death. He has nowhere he can go back to. And then that furthers in another episode. And then next, Rhaenyra's Council Chaos. King's Landing small council meeting descends into quiet disarray over tensions over finances and missing loyalty. And we kind of talked about this in previous episode, but like Rhaenyra, she does not do like order in there. She lets anybody talk, and basically they're going to pull the money off on somebody else. It's just a hot mess, you know, just terrible.
Yeah, but we saw that in the previous episode. It's just going to keep continuing to get worse, and it just doesn't look really good for her moving forward. But along with that, happening at the same time, simultaneously, is Adam and Baela's search. Adam of Hull and Baela's search for Vhagar's tracks, sharing mutual grief and bonding over past neglect of not being accepted by Rhaenyra in the role that they are doing. Kind of get a little love spark between them, but we'll come to find out later in episodes that it was just, I guess, kind of just like very surface level flirting. But it is what it is, you know. That time is for war, ain't time for loving and all that. But then what literally transitions that is going over to Harrenhal and with Aemon and Alice. So over in Harrenhal's new power, Alice Rivers exerts firm control over Harrenhal, dealing with bounty hunters looking for Aemon. Every time they come up, she ends up killing them, or Aemon kills them. You know, basically just trying to keep this castle for herself. And that brings in their kind of story for the next few episodes, Aemon and Alice. Alice tends to a troubled Aemon, mirroring past psychological burdens at the castle that other people have gone through, aka Daemon, aka whoever is there at the time that she kind of does the same thing with them. And it's really just interesting to see because we already saw Daemon go through it in season 2, you know, and we're like, oh shit, now Aemon's got to go through it. But I guess, you know, that's part of the story.
I know,
but
terrible.
Harrenhal haunts people for sure.
And then next, Orban Bowles maneuver. Orban Hightower outmaneuvers the Gold Cloaks and backs Darren with strategic advice. And then, yeah, we see that it's not obvious to the blacks, but the greens are integrated themselves into the fucking black society, and they don't know, so they're doing all kind of things behind their back. And then it leads to this next thing, Red Keep's conspiracy, where the City Watch members are found brutally murdered, pointing to a hidden Hightower loyalties within the King's Landing. And they're slowly going to be killing all of the Gold Cloaks, which will have an effect because basically they're like the security guards of the mall. Without the security guards of the mall, there are no police. So who's going to make sure that there's some level of order? And it just gets worse.
Oh yeah, and then that pretty much wraps up the episode, but the very last thing that we see is Alicent and Helena. They plot a plan to escape via a back room that was in Rhaenyra's old room. So Alicent and Helena try to navigate a hidden path which would lead them out of King's Landing to the Red Keep, only to find themselves trapped. and that's basically how the episode ends. But very interesting episode. It's really interesting to see how people are handling this dance thus far in the war and the toll the war takes on people moving forward, especially this next episode, because this next episode beginning is very heavy, very interesting. Did you want to kind of start it, or do you want me to kind of...
Yeah, let me just put this in.
Yeah.
Since we're moving so fast, we're just going to insert a 30-second clip of our music. So we'll see you once I come back. Tell me if not, just know that I'm finna be gone, 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 gone. Tell me we more than just friends. Tell me that, tell me you riding the Benz. Tell me that, tell me you wanna get in. Tell me that, tell me if not, just know that I'm finna be gone, 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 gone. Tell me we more than just friends. Tell me that, tell me you riding the Benz. Tell me that, tell me you wanna get in. Tell me that, tell me if not, just know that I'm finna be pulling to the sea with a cool. We back. Now, that's what's sponsored by Josh and Josh, mancamp.com, and our Instagram, everything. Back to this episode. Now,
all right,
starting episode 6.
Crazy hitter.
Yes, we in there. So it starts with the Butcher's Ball and Christian Cole's demise. So Christian Cole, he got dirty, now he's going down. So Sir Christian Cole's army is trapped and ambushed by the Riverspins and the Winter Wolves, and this is not good for them.
It was not good.
Cole refuses to surrender and is struck down by Allison Blackwood's arrow. Now in the show,
really cool,
you just see a lady shoot him down, but it makes sense who that is now. And in his final moments, Cole grasps for Allison's favor as he forces his...
Yuck.
As his forces are completely overrun. So it's actually pretty funny. He pulls off Allison's a little handkerchief, and then he gets shot because he basically just says like, can we come to peace or whatever, blah blah blah. He was like, just kill me, let everybody else live. They said, we come here for heads. We don't have enough. We gotta build a kingdom of your bones or whatever.
Yep.
The North don't play.
They really don't.
So
but it was just really gruel, but finally glad we got to see his demise, because man, he sucks, Christian Cole, and he had to grab that handkerchief. I also want you.
I'm not gonna lie, I do feel bad for Christian Cole now. I'm the only one
tragic.
who feels bad for him, but I feel like this season exposes when you look at him through the light of he's not from here. All he has is his honor. He first lost his honor with Rhaenyra, and that's why he was going to kill himself. Oops, sorry, I don't mean to say that. Unalive himself. YouTube, anyways, unalive himself, and so then he decided. Then Allison found him, and then she basically saved him, and then kind of nourished him back to health. And he was a guard for her, and then over the 10 years, they were having sex off and on, like not just 1 year, 10 years. She still thinks of him, and even before they went on, Gwen noticed it was like, why you got my sister a handkerchief or whatever. But he saw. But Gwen is gay, so
yeah,
wasn't nothing he could do.
Yeah, he's just there for Christian Cole. Well, okay, so and the episode picks right back up after that. So they're gone, and it transitions to King's Landing's tensions and capital's unrest. So Rhaenyra faces mounting public resentment and falling security as gold cloaks desert due to hunger and unpaid wages. They're not getting paid, and they're hungry, so they're just quitting all around. And it's
so bad.
Daemon fails to rally the remaining city watch and aggressively pushes for immediate retaliation against the Greens because they are being taken out one by one. And he's like, we're not going to have people, for another week. They keep taking us out. And kind of ended this little section. It was interesting because Rhaenyra is cut by the Iron Throne that she's sitting on, which is interpreted as an ominous sign of rejection. If you're a king and you get cut by the throne, it means you're not worthy to sit on the throne. Hence, Viserys got cut by the throne, but I mean, it was a little different story. But the throne obviously killed him too, which is crazy. But really interesting that they showed us that she got cut, even though she's trying to give us, the best decisions that she can. Something still goes down and gets cut by the throne, which is sad. But then moving on. Which one's that?
Moving on. So, failed assassination in regional politics. Rhaenyra sends disguised assassins to Thumbleton under false Baratheon pretenses to eliminate Ormond Hightower. Yes. Now, this was really good. So, basically, if it wasn't for Gawain, who recently came back because... what's the other dude's name? Daemon.
Oh, Daemon.
Darren asked him to stay because he just doesn't feel safe with his uncle. And luckily he did, because Gawain was really finna go, because he was like, I really don't like this man.
Yeah.
But he noticed that. He said, hey, I'm familiar with these people's faces. He has brown hair. The person who he said he was has blonde hair. and he recognized it was an attack, and he ended up cutting them up with like a kitchen knife, and luckily they got safe. But if it wasn't for Gwen's sting, they would have been dead.
Yeah,
and what Rhaenyra set up would have worked. Because without a leader, there is no army. And then Sir Gawain Hightower guards his assassination. Oh yeah, like I said. And then Ormond retaliates against Rhaenyra's camp by dispatching fighters to ambush Lord Corlys Velaryon. Y'all, then Lord Corlys, he gets snatched up. He talking about because basically he get a note from one of his sons saying, hey, we need you to come home and use the men who you got for the city. Come on, we need the city watch dying.
Yeah, we
need your help. And he felt bad at the last second after, because he basically fighting for no reason, so he could just be away from Rhaenyra. And then he was like, you're right, we should go back. And so on the night he tells his men, let's go back, he literally gets snatched up by the Greens.
Yes. And then basically rounding off the episode, it was Dragon Seeds and Family Strife, and it's a few different points. But first, Sir Hugh Hamner, who's on the black side, sneaks into Tumbleton to find his wife Kat, who furiously rejects him in his new status of being a dragon rider, which was sad, but obviously expected because dragons bring a lot of heavy baggage. Ulf, on the other hand, grows increasingly dissatisfied and restless with his role among the dragon riders, and doesn't feel like he has been given what he's owed being a dragon rider, which pisses me off, but it's obviously in his character. But that will take a turn in the next few episodes as well. And then ending out the episode, Helena, back in King's Landing, experiences powerful visions and urges Alicent to travel towards Harrenhal in hopes to find Aemon, because she knows Aemon is there. And really interesting, because her whole visions this season has been wild, and we'll talk about that in the next episode, why they're getting all these visions. But the foreshadowing was really cool.
Yeah, really cool
to see that.
So y'all, we did a shorter episode. Comment down below. We need y'all to start commenting, but comment down below what else y'all want. If y'all need to make even shorter videos, if we know y'all. Anyways, let us know. Go to JoshandJosh.bandcamp.com. We appreciate the support because y'all watching. So and until then, we've got another video coming up.
Episode 7 and 8
right now. So ciao. Over to